Hey guys, I'm Prodigy from Airsoft Team Kilo23. Before we get started today, don't forget to check out Inside the Mech Box on Airsoft.com on YouTube.com. Got a lot of awesome internal reviews and internal installations and internals and airsoft guns and all that other cool stuff, so go there and check it out. So, today in Airsoft Tech Tips, we are checking out how to correct the angle of engagement in your Airsoft gearbox, or AOE. Angle of engagement, AOE, acronyms, all that cool stuff. So what angle of engagement really is the angle at which the first tooth on the sector gear here, this guy, contacts the first tooth on the piston. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate how the sector gear picks up the piston. Obviously it rotates. Okay, it's got the piston, it's pulling it back, spring compression, all that good stuff. Pulls back. Oh, last tooth goes forward. So, if you'll notice really closely, I'm going to keep the piston stationary here. You turn this, and it just barely scrapes the second tooth there. So that's why in a lot of new pistons that companies are coming out with, G&G, G&P, a lot of newer companies, they are removing the second tooth on the piston, which I think is a very good thing. But this does not correct angle of engagement, it just prevents that tooth from being worn down over time, so they remove it altogether. So, to correct this, I'm going to take a metal file here, and I'm going to shave down my second tooth. So when that's finished, it's going to look something like this. Maybe a little bit less of that tooth. I didn't shave it down all the way. So make sure you guys clean up your plastic shavings really well. You don't want those getting in your gears or anything. So that fixes the problem of the sector gear hitting the second tooth before the first tooth, barely. So now we have to correct the angle at which the first tooth on the sector gear intersects the first tooth on the piston. Now the way you do that is by creating space in front of the piston head or behind the cylinder head, same spot really. So our AOE is right here. It's just barely off, maybe by 3 or 4 millimeters at most. So what you want is maybe right here. You want it to hit at the same angle. You want it to be both at the same angle. You don't want the tooth on the sector gear to be at one angle and have the tooth on the piston be at a different angle. That creates wear and tear, and it can eventually strip your piston. Now, AOE does not make your piston strip proof, but it does help maintain its quality and durability for a long period of time. So, I find that the easiest way to actually create space between the piston head and the cylinder head is to use a little rubber washer. You can get these pretty much anywhere. I picked mine up at my local hardware store. They're really cheap. You get them in like packs of 2. And this one is about 2 millimeters thick. So step 1, make sure the rubber padding on your cylinder head is very, very dry. You do not want lubricant mixing with super glue or whatever adhesive you choose to use. It just doesn't mix, and they end up falling off, and that can cause a lot of problems in your gearbox when you're shooting. Alright, now I have my new rubber damper on here. Now you can see right offhand that the piston is back a little farther. Now keep in mind this does decrease the volume of air that your gun is putting out, so it could A, decrease your FPS to a point where it's not acceptable, and B, it can increase the life of your piston. So you might need to get a slightly higher volume cylinder. Not by much, just a little bit to keep your FPS where you want it. So, as you can see, it picks it up at the correct angle now. Now, if you guys have any questions regarding AOE or any other simple mech box things that you really want to learn about, please leave it in the comments and I will answer it as quickly and as efficiently as possible. And if I deem it requires a video response, something that I can do quickly and relatively easily, and I actually have a need to do in a gun, then I will make a video response for it. And that's going to be a tech tip of a week or 2 or something. Either way, hope you guys have enjoyed this. I want to give a quick shout out to Full Spectrum Survival. They contacted me a while back and they're like, hey, check out our page. I checked them out, and it's actually some really good advice about camping, survival, and stuff like that. So go check out Full Spectrum Survival here on YouTube.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out Inside the Mech Box at airsplat.com, on youtube.com, right here, right now. Pretty awesome stuff.